What's going on, traders? John with Tactical Trading here with our weekly watch list for the week of Monday, September 22nd. We got a lot of exciting things going on this week, and I think there's a lot of money to be had. So I'm just going to go over a few stocks that I will be watching very intently and very closely this week, and hopefully making a little bit of profit on these. First stock that we'll be talking about is ONTX Therapeutics, ONTX. This stock closed at 0.3218, so a shade over 32 cents on Friday. In the after hours, this thing spiked, broke the day high, and ran all the way up to 39 or 0.398, so almost 40 cents. Settled around 37 cents in the after hours on super high volume, had over 140 million traded. And as we mentioned on Friday, ONTX Therapeutics is a biopharmaceutical company that is focused on discovering and developing products to treat cancers. They made a big move at the end of July from about the 40-cent range all the way up to the 150s, pulled back a little bit, but they had that run in anticipation of their phase 3 trials of their product Inspire. It's obviously they thought it was a very promising cancer treatment. Now these guys do have several other treatments and drugs in the pipeline, so it didn't absolutely kill the company. But on August 24th, ONTX announced that the trial did not meet its primary endpoint, so the stock was crushed all the way from $1 all the way down into the 40-cent range. Over the last couple weeks, this stock kind of just bottomed out, created a nice little U pattern. It's not a cup and handle, but you kind of see the pattern. It started about 40, bent all the way down to the 25s, and then kind of made its way back up. We had a technical breakout last week, or actually coming close to a technical breakout. If this thing breaks 40 cents, then we will have a little bit of a breakout to fill this gap, because there's a big gap in the daily chart for the year from August 24th all the way from about $1 all the way down into the 40 right to 40 cents. So we've got about a 60 cent gap to fill. Now, what I'm looking for is for a little more momentum going into Monday. If this thing breaks 40 cents, I think this thing's going to run pretty hard. Now, with this gap to be filled, I'll be looking at the 50 and 200 day SMA. Moving averages, the simple moving averages 50 and 200, which the 50 is 49 cents, the 200, or excuse me, the 50 is 75 cents, the 200 is 49 cents, and that's where I'll be looking to take my profits. I think once we break 40 cents, that's the only resistance we have all the way up to $1 with this stock. So if it breaks those moving averages, this thing can shoot all the way up to $1, but I don't anticipate that. I think this may be a gradual, bump up, but like I said, we still have about 10 cents, almost 12 cents where it settled in the after hours at 37 cents. We have about 12 cents to its first line of resistance. So if this thing gets any momentum, this could be a nice play up to about 49 cents. If it breaks that 49 cent area, we're looking at about 75 cents as this next resistance point. If it breaks 75, $1 is a resistance point, but I'll be looking at that first resistance point of 49 cents. So first stock on the watch list is ONTX. This is completely now, one thing I do want to mention is that they're looking for funding for a election infection treatment. So any news that may come out next week on that will shoot the stock up, will push this stock very hard. But right now, this is on no news. This is a complete technical breakout. Second stock is a stock I mentioned on Friday. This is Sola, SOL. Stock closed at $2.58, up 25% on Friday. We spoke on this solar company, obviously, on Friday, and they have been on fire the last 2 trading days, Thursday and Friday of last week, on an analyst upgrade on the company, which put a price target on the stock at $4. I do see this continuing next week. Solar plays have been hot, so I will definitely be looking at SOL next week. So that's a stock to put on your watch list. There's another stock in this solar sector. There's actually 2 others, Vivo Power, VVPR, and SUNW, Sunworks, I will also be looking at, but SOL is my favorite of the 3. And like I think Sunworks is kind of a sympathy play on it, SUNW, but the main one is SOL. Now, we have one other stock that I'm looking at next week, and that's Worksport, WKSP. We also spoke on this on Saturday for our OTC Saturday video. This stock closed at 0.2725, so a shade over 27 cents on Friday. We all know on Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern, they have their YouTube live conference. I'll be looking at this. I will not be buying prior to that. Like I said, I have a small position in my larger account with this, but it's a very small position. I would like to add to my position, but we'll be waiting waiting for this conference to conclude. If it's good news, the stock's going to go up Tuesday morning and probably gap up. If it's bad news, it's probably going to gap down. I don't anticipate bad news, but if it's not the news we want to hear, if they're not talking about what company they're doing business with, any other contracts or anything of that nature, I believe that's going to be a fail as far as the conference. If they do what they say they were going to do, and that is announce who they're doing business with, what company, that I think if it's Rivian, if it's Lordstown Motors or whoever it may be, if they announce who they struck the contract with, I think this thing will have a really nice run and could test those highs of about 48 cents. Now, as we all know, Tuesday, the 22nd, is Tesla's battery day. And there's going to be 4 plays I'm watching. No news on any of them, really, that would indicate that these guys are the guys that Tesla may use. But I believe there's a good chance Tesla may put out some names that they're doing business with on Tuesday. So the 4 names I'm looking at, all small cap stocks, is Westwater Resources, WWR. This stock closed at $1.73 on Friday. This is a speculative play, but a very low float play. So if anything happens with these guys, if they get any word with Tesla and brings these guys up, and that's WWR, this stock can fly because it's a very low float. I believe about 6 million in float. The second is CBAT Energy Technology, and that's CBAT. This stock closed at 93 cents on Friday, and this thing has had a nice run since the Friday prior. So for about a week, this thing's had a decent run. I think that's all in anticipation of this battery day. And like I said, I'm just looking for any news on any of these guys. If not, we may continue to see a run on them just due to speculation and hopes that Tesla may call out some names. But this is a company I'll be watching out. Another one is a stock that I called out last week in their watch list, and that's Polymet Mining, PLM. They closed at $3.89. They had a decent week last week, and I expect that to possibly continue because all mining stocks have been hot. The last one is Taseko Mines, TGB. They closed at $1.33. This little stock is up over 100% since April. This thing has been grinding up, and if you look at the daily chart for the entire year, this stock is just on a steady incline all the way up since April. So this thing is a nice trending stock. They beat their estimates when they put out their earnings maybe a month ago, quite a bit too. They had really nice earnings, and I expect that to continue with this company. So I really like Taseko Mines as a speculative play, even going into the future. But those are the 4 plays I'll be looking at for battery day. It is WWR, Westwater Resources, CBAT Energy Technology, that's CBAT, Polymet Mining, PLM, and Taseko Mines, TGB. So that'll conclude the watch list for this week. Hopefully we have a really good week this week. I should be putting out a few videos throughout the week, kind of some recaps or things of that nature. If anything does pop up, any more stocks hit the scanners that we need to pay attention to, I will come out with a video letting you guys know about that. And as always, please like, please share, please subscribe. We've got, like I said, over 700 subscribers, so I do really deeply appreciate everyone watching the videos, hitting the like button, putting the I've been trying real hard to keep up with the comments in the comment section below. If you have any stocks you want me to take a look at, put them in the comment section below. I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible with my thoughts on those stocks. So, again, you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Go Chicago Bears, and let's get that money, traders.